Subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon, to never miss a video from us. Hi everyone, welcome to Test Prep Training. In this video you will learn about some commonly asked questions in Microsoft Azure security technologies. So let's get started. Question number 1. Your company recently created an Azure subscription. You have been tasked with making sure that a specified user is able to implement Azure AD Privileged Identity Management. Which of the following is the role you should assign to the user? Your options are A. The Global Administrator role, B. The Security Administrator role, C. The Password Administrator role, D. The Compliance Administrator role. The correct answer is option A. You have been tasked with applying conditional access policies for your company's current Azure Active Directory. The process involves assessing the risk events and risk levels. Which of the following is the risk level that should be configured for sign-ins that originate from IP addresses with dubious activity? Your options are A. None, B. Low, C. Medium, D. High. The correct answer is option C. Your company recently created an Azure subscription. You have, subsequently, been tasked with making sure that you are able to secure Azure AD roles by making use of Azure Active Directory Privileged Identity Management. Which of the following actions should you take first? Your options are A. You should sign up Azure Active Directory Privileged Identity Management for Azure AD roles. B. You should consent to Azure Active Directory Privileged Identity Management. C. You should discover privileged roles. D. You should discover resources. The correct answer is option B. You need to consider the underlying segment to establish whether it is accurate. You have been tasked with creating a different subscription for each of your company's divisions. However, the subscriptions will be linked to a single Azure Active Directory tenant. You want to make sure that each subscription has identical role assignments. You make use of Azure AD Privileged Identity Management. Select No Adjustment Required if the underlying segment is accurate. If the underlying segment is inaccurate, select the accurate option. Your options are A. No Adjustment Required, B. Azure Blueprints, C. Conditional Access Policies, D. Azure DevOps. The correct answer is option A. Your company has an Azure Container Registry. You have been tasked with assigning a user a role that allows for the uploading of images to the Azure Container Registry. The role assigned should not require more privileges than necessary. Which of the following is the role you should assign? Your options are A. Owner, B. Contributor, C. Acre Push, D. Acre Pull. The correct answer is option C. Your company has an Azure Container Registry. You have been tasked with assigning a user a role that allows for the downloading of images from the Azure Container Registry. The role assigned should not require more privileges than necessary. Your options are which of the following is the role you should assign? A. Reader, B. Contributor, C. Acre Delete, D. Acre Pull. The correct answer is option A. You make use of Azure Resource Manager templates to deploy Azure virtual machines. You have been tasked with making sure that Windows features that are not in use are automatically inactivated when instances of the virtual machines are provisioned. Which of the following actions should you take? Your options are A. You should make use of Azure DevOps, B. You should make use of Azure Automation State Configuration, C. You should make use of Network Security Groups, D. You should make use of Azure Blueprints. Question number 3. Your company recently created an Azure subscription. Your company's Azure subscription includes Windows Server 2016 Azure Virtual Machines. You are informed that every virtual machine must have a custom anti-malware virtual machine extension installed. You are writing the necessary code for a policy that will help you achieve this. Which of the following is an effect that must be included in your code? Your options are A. Disabled, B. Modify, C. Audit if not exists, D. Deploy if not exists. The correct answer is option D. And, here's the explanation of the answer. You have been tasked with enabling advanced threat protection for an Azure SQL database server. Advanced threat protection must be configured to identify all types of threat detection. Which of the following will happen if when a faulty SQL statement is generated in the database by an application? Your options are: A. A potential SQL injection alert is triggered. B. A vulnerability to SQL injection alert is triggered. C. An access from a potentially harmful application alert is triggered. D. A brute force SQL credentials alert is triggered. The correct answer is option B. You have been tasked with delegate administrative access to your company's Azure Key Vault. You have to make sure that a specific user can set advanced access policies for the Key Vault. You also have to make sure that access is assigned based on the principle of least privilege. Which of the following options should you use to achieve your goal? Your options are: A. Azure Information Protection. B. RBAC. C. Azure AD Privileged Identity Management. D. Azure DevOps. The correct answer is option B. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel.